Hey guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Go episode, and you may notice we're in a car.
We are in my car,
yeah. We're on the go. We're driving to what we hope is going to be a Cyndaquil nest in Reading. Little Eve stares at the back. She's like, oh what? I want to be involved in this as well. And it is literally the most blustery day ever. I think there's like a storm or a hurricane. Last night, how windy was it?
Like all of our tables got blown over in the garden.
I'll show you when we get back, because we in the garden, the place we rent on, it has these really big, like heavy, like really nice metal tables in the back, like, and they're super heavy. The chairs are heavy, and everything was blown around. We had candles in the garden. They've all been smashed. And if it's like what was a big storm in the US, and then the UK is just catching the tail end of like the crazy wind, but it's really blustery. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to record, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to head to the Cyndaquil nest. It's actually not far from where I used to work at Xbox. If we'd have had more time, we would definitely have headed over and said hi to everybody, seeing if anything was like spawning around my old campus. But unfortunately, yeah, it'd have been cool. It's just there's not enough time today because we're getting ready to go to LA tomorrow, so we have got so much to try and pack in today, and hopefully this Cyndaquil nest is going to give us some luck, and we're going to head there now. So if you're enjoying this series, please don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and ping that notification squad, and let me know in the comments below if you are in notification squad, and fingers crossed we're going to get something at this nest. Okay guys, so we're here now. It's so windy. There's a hill we had to walk up to get here, and I couldn't move forward.
We felt we were blown away.
I don't know how Evie didn't just get blown away like a balloon on the end of the lead, but there's also no Cyndaquils here as well, which is so annoying. We did both manage to get a 10k from a stop, but I don't think we're going to be able to record here. I think it's going to be too noisy, so we're going to have to go find a plan B.
I think what's happened is that the Thursday is the day they cycle the nests, and they've just decided to do it a little bit earlier and a week earlier, and everything's changed. I think it's now an Onomite spawner.
Which
We've got
we don't need.
Oh guys, it's so windy.
Somebody caught something, even if it is far too big for them. Evie, that's a stick for a big dog, not for an Evie. So guys, since we're having no luck in Reading, unfortunately, we've headed to Dinton Park, which is a place we've been to a few times. I think it was actually a Bulbasaur spawner the last time we came here. But just as we've arrived, before we get out into that crazy wind out there, one of my 10k eggs is hatching. So, oh my gosh, there's definitely Pokemon here because this little guy's going crazy. But we're going to look and see what that 10k is. So last time we actually got a new Pokemon from a 10k. No, last time we got a Dratini. The time before that we managed to get a Pineco, which is obviously a new Gen 2 Pokemon. Fingers crossed we get something new again. Oh my gosh. Are you actually kidding me? Another Dratini. I actually have 25 Dratini candies now. So from going to having literally 0 Dratinis from eggs ever, I've hatched 2. My last 2 catches have both been been Dratinis, which is just insane. If that had happened like a couple of weeks ago, I'd have been the happiest person in the whole world, but it's just a bit annoying that it's happened now. This is our nearby list. I mean, it's not great. There's nothing special on there. It looks like it might even be a Ladybird spawner, which is not what we're after. There is a little Wooper there, so maybe we'll try and head to go get him, but it's definitely, we're not having much luck with the spawns today. Like last episode I didn't have much luck in general. This time we're having really bad spawn luck. We did manage to obviously get the extra 10k though, so still have another 10k on the go. We've still got a lot of walking to do on it. We've got a few 5s on the go. We've got another 2 and a 5, which I will incubate, but those 5ks there are going to be the next ones to hatch. And then whenever I've driven and pressed my Pokemon Go Plus a lot, I like to see what I did manage to catch. So it looks like we got a Wooper as soon as we got here, and a Ladybug, which makes sense because we've seen a few of those. Obviously the Dratini there is from the egg, and then we also managed to get a Marl, a Furret, a Golduck, another Octillery, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool to get from a Pokemon Go Plus only. Another little Wooper there as well. I mean, we're on 51 Wooper candies. I think it's Quagsire that Wooper evolves into, so we should be able to get that evolved today, which is pretty awesome because I was not expecting that to get so close to candies. And then we also managed to get another couple of Hootoots, so we're on 40 out of 50 candies for that. Pidgey I don't care about. Swinub we don't care so much about, we've already evolved that. Horsey is good just for the little candies as well. So that's what we managed to get on the way over here, which is pretty awesome. We've got a PokéStop in range, you never know. Nope, no evolutionary items. And also, you guys have been tweeting us today to say that you may not get an evolution item drop on the 7k bonus streak, which sucks. Ali managed to get his before that ended, but a lot of you guys have said that you haven't been getting them. So I'm on 5 days at the moment. I have another 2 days before I get my 7-day bonus. We will be in LA. And I may not get the item, which absolutely sucks. Fingers crossed I get some luck and manage to get something. Like a metal coat would be amazing, a dragon scale would be amazing, but it sounds like we may not get either. So guys, send good luck vibes my way for when we head to LA, and fingers crossed we can get one. Cold and windy. I've got my scarf like wrapped around me, like, what did you call me, Mary Magdalene? Yeah. Just to try and keep warm. There's another little Wooper there. I thought we'd catch him because obviously we want to do his little evolution into Quagsire today, so I figured while he's here we might as well get him. We already have enough candies. I think we have 51, but this will just give us the extra ones that we need in case we want to give him a little bit of a CP boost afterwards. Caught it in one go. I probably should have used a peanut berry there, but I'm almost scared of using them now after that horrific Chikorita incident. There we go, 54 candies. And also I only want to use them now on things that I'm quite a way off the candies for, which as we say that, there's actually a little tiny Teddiursa who's just popped up on the map a little bit further up. He is definitely a good one to use a peanut berry for, so we're going to head up there now and try and catch the little guy. So guys, as soon as I said we need to go and get the little Teddiursa, my 5k eggs pop up on screen. I've got 2 5k eggs to get through. Ali has gone to go get Teddiursa because no, right on, that's not what we need, that's not what we need. Quick, onto the next egg, onto the next egg, because Teddiursa has, Ali says he's disappeared. I think he might still be on mine, so fingers crossed we're going to still be able to get him. The wind has died down for like a second. Oh, it's a little natty, but it's not what we need, unfortunately. Neither of those 2 eggs were handy, which is a little bit annoying. We've got no new Pokemon, but we're gonna go run up now and get that Teddiursa. We've got another 2k that's ready to hatch. In fact, let's just, my little is on like the little gorilla pad. We didn't get anything new.
What, is it all trash?
Yeah, did you manage to get Teddiursa?
I need you to help me because
okay.
And I got to do this properly.
Okay, let me just check how many candies I've got for Teddiursa while we're heading up. So the last Teddiursa we caught was actually 816 CP.
Really?
Which is pretty mammoth, but we're only on 22 candies, so we definitely want to be using a pin-up on this guy, a little pin-up berry. And there he is, just at the back of this little cover full. I'm going to click him so he's on my screen, but then I'm going to let Ali catch his first. Evie's just bolted off to go get him all on her own, I think. So guys, I've had to come back to the car because the wind is so loud. We're trying to film and it's like a storm is just going through and it's so loud. I don't know if you can tell, my hair's getting progressively more and more crazy, but it's fine because little Teddiursa has spawned in the backseat of Ali's car. which is a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie. That's Eevee stuff, like little Eevee's jumper there, Eevee's little coat there, like Eevee's little warmer there, and then just some stuff because we looked at some houses recently as well. So it's a little bit messy back here. Eevee's like, I want to be in shot too. I am going to use a peanut berry. Now he is 829, which I know is a risk. Oh, hi Eevester. Eevee really wants to get involved in this shot. Oh, she's in this one as well. But I figured I'm still going to do it because I'm so far off those 50 candies that you need. And I really want a new Sairing, so... Little Teddy, please don't hit me. Let's see if we can try and get some luck. Ali caught this the first time. It's his highest ever Teddiursa. We've actually got one that's 816, so it's not too far off this guy. And look at that! We got him with the peanut berry. Yes, I did. I'm so scared of using them now after that horrific Chikorita incident, but there we go. We are up to 28 candies out of 50, so we're more than halfway there. And what an awesome little addition. Now if you look at our nearby list, we have not been lucky here today. There's nothing that we really need there. I mean, Hoppip potentially, but I think he's like over at the other side of the park. And if we look at our items, we still don't have a single evolution item, which is very, very sad because some of you guys have tweeted me that you've managed to get them after 100 spins. I've not had that luck yet, but you never know, it may happen, and we've still got that 7-day bonus. As long as they haven't taken it away from everybody, we may still get one, but maybe we'll head back out into the wind, but if not, we've still got some evolutions that we're going to do today, including Little Wooper. So guys, we're back home now after what has been a bit of a frustrating day, to be honest. I've got little Eevester behind her. She's actually sitting on like her evolutions pillow. She's got two. There's one in her bed. There's one right here as well. And yeah, that was a day that was really windy, and we think the spawns have changed today. So the Cyndaquil spawner we went to the beginning of the day, obviously it wasn't Cyndaquil anymore, it was their Onomite spawner. We went to Dinton Park, there was nothing much. There was kind of a lot of Hoothoots, I think, a lot of Swinubs, nothing that we really needed, but it actually gave me enough Hoothoots to do the Hoothoot evolution. So I am going to be doing that along with the Wooper that I promised you guys. But first up, one of my eggs did start to hatch on the way home. So 2k, I think it's a lone 2k, but you never know, we could get something good from it. I'm not going too fast, I'm sat at home. A Charmander, which would have been again amazing a couple of weeks ago. Not so amazing now. It's still nice to see a little Charmander. I'm actually back up to 111 Charmander candies from like never being able to get a Charizard up until recently. So now just having loads of candies, which is always the way, obviously with my little Dratini as well. So this is our strongest Wooper. He is 379. We have 56 Wooper candies. So I'm going to evolve this little guy. Here's his last little animation as a little Wooper before we evolve him into Quagsire. He's a little boy as well. Let's evolve this guy. It's 50 candies to get him up, so it's not the most difficult evolution. They're fairly common, but it's been a while since I've been collecting them for a while, shall I say. So I'm really glad to finally get him. He goes very derpy. I think there's a bit of a theme with some Pokemon just looking like the biggest derps ever, and he is definitely in that list. But there we go, our very first Quagsire. He went from, what did we say, 379 or 376 to 1,296. So we look at his little animation. He just kind of goes derp. So he's got a fairly good multiplier. He's never going to be the most amazing Pokemon, but he does have Earthquake, which obviously because he's a water ground type, so he gets that stab bonus with that. But then his first move is Water Gun, so although he's a water Pokemon, that only does 5. So his quick move isn't amazing, but his main move is pretty good. And there we go, our first ever Quagsire, a new addition to the Pokédex. And I also said that I'd caught quite a few Hoothoots while we were out and about, so let's go and find those little guys. Where they are? Here we go. So I have 2 Hoothoots. I have one that is a Wonder, but he's only 137. Then I have one that is 382, and I think this guy is not likely to make much headway. But the thing is, I know that they're never going to be the most amazing Pokemon, and I just want to see how their CP ranks up with some of the other Gen 1 Pokemon. So I'm just going to keep him as he is. Oh, need more Hoothoot candies. I was totally wrong. We only have 41. But I definitely have another Pokemon that I can evolve. Let me have a look through. It's actually Spinarak. Spinarak we have 53 candies for. So we can evolve this guy. I have 3 of them. I don't think any of them are amazing, but this one is pretty high up his CP bar. He is 529. So he is going to be the one that I'm going to evolve today. These guys, again, they're not super rare. You tend to find them out and about a lot, but you don't find a lot of them together, I found. Just like the odd one every now and again. So there has also been one that's been a little bit harder to get, but we have managed to get him. He is definitely quite a creepy looking Pokemon. Like, I'll put a spider outside if I see them, and I won't stand on bugs. Like, I don't want to hurt them, but I also don't like them. Like, they definitely give me the shivers. And his like really pointy like legs, and also the two spikes on his back that he puts forward when he attacks, and he has a stinger. That altogether, he's a pretty creepy Pokemon. He's even got a little horn on his head. I'm saying he is actually a girl Pokemon. So Aridos, I think is how you pronounce it. He's gone up to 1,280. So again, definitely not a super strong Pokemon. He comes with Mega Horn, which is a bug type move, and Poison Sting, which is a poison type move. So we've definitely got stab bonuses, both of them, but you know, Poison Sting probably isn't his best quick move, but never mind. We've still got 2 new additions to the Pokedex there, and let's see how they rank up compared to our Gen 1 Pokemon. So obviously they're not going to be in the top 9 because you have to be at least 2,000 to be in that position. And actually, you know what, I'm scrolling down and they're really not very high up at all. Gen 1 is still dominating my top CP list. Those guys haven't even, there's the Aridos there. You almost have to go like a third of the way through, I'd say, my Pokedex before you get to him, and Quagsire is just above him. So they're not particularly strong Pokemon. We have some new eggs. I like to do my eggs in batches of 3, but I've got 2 5Ks and 2 2Ks, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but never mind. I'm going to pop both those guys in so that when we get to LA, I've got some eggs that I can get some distance on straight away and hopefully hatch pretty soon as well. So they're all in there. We've obviously got the other 10K on the go and 2 5Ks on the go. They're all at 2.2. Obviously a 10K is going to need a little bit longer, but we've got lots of eggs on the go. And then there's just one last thing I wanted to do before I finish off this episode. First of all, having a look at Chansey. Now we've walked 20.5 kilometers on Chansey, but we're still only on 33 candies out of that 50 we need. And I would still need to do a lot of walking. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'll see some in the wild while I'm in LA. I think this is definitely the long way to go to get a Blissey. So I am going to swap out Chansey. She's only just rolled over for another candy. So we managed to get, what, 4 candies while we were with her, so we've added 4 candies to her. So because I might be able to get a Chansey while we're in LA, either from another 10K, I've got one on the go, or potentially just seeing them out in the wild. In my head, LA is just a better place for Pokemon. I am going to swap Chansey out, and I'm actually going to swap him out for Teddiursa because I really want to get a Saring. I'm hoping that it doesn't quite need 5K. Let's have a check. Okay, it's 3K, so it definitely doesn't need quite as long. It's still fairly long, but we're on 29 out of 50 candies. Hopefully this can help speed up that process a little bit. And then one final thing that I'm gonna do is, because I managed to hatch, although quite annoyingly, I did manage to hatch another Dratini today. I now have another 25 Dratini Trendies, so I'm gonna power up my Dragonite a little bit more and just see how far we can get him. His cost is pretty high. It's 3 candies and 3,500. Obviously that's gonna get a lot worse the more I power him up, but I kind of just want to see. He's meant to be the strongest Gen 1 Pokemon that was released, obviously not including legendaries. I want to see how far I can get him on my top 9 list and just how much CP we can get this guy. He has a fairly decent moveset as well, so he's a pretty good Dragonite. I don't think he's a wonder, but I just want to see how strong I can make him. So he's still making some pretty good gains. We've only got 6 candies left, so this is the last time we can do it because he's going to cost 4 candies and 4,500. So we've got him up to 2,717. He still has room to move. I don't know if he could quite reach 3,000, but maybe he could. And let's see when we rank him now where he ends up. He is number 3 on my squad. So it's Gyarados, Vaporeon, and then Dragonite. And all of those top Pokemon are fairly similar in CP, but none of them are over 1,000 yet, 3,000 yet, which is pretty annoying. Obviously, Gyarados can't go any further because he is a 100% IV Gyarados, and he's already fully powered up. Let's have a look at Vaporeon. Also can't go any further. They're all fully powered up, so maybe if we get some more Dratinis, I will power him up further and see if he can beat those 2 guys out. He should be able to, but definitely a new addition to our top 3 is Dragonite. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Pokemon Go Gen 2. we're gonna be in LA next. So the next Pokemon Go you see will be filmed in LA, and fingers crossed we get some awesome Pokemon while we're there. I'm really hoping that while we're out there we can get some Houndours and Houndooms. I've seen you guys tweeting that you have managed to get them in LA, so I'm really hoping we come across some of those guys, and obviously starter Pokemon and any of those 10k Gen 2 Pokemon out in the wild would be really amazing as well. But we will see you guys on the other side over in LA. In the meantime, best of luck with your Pokemon Go adventures, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!